morning, everyone. I request you all to rise up in honor of our chief guest, Mr. Roman Ghosh sir, and witness our amazing pilots escort them towards the flag hoisting area.
Now we will have our traditional auspicious flag hoisting ceremony, a symbol of our national pride and identity. As a tribute to our motherland, we request everyone to continue standing in attention for the flag hoisting and to sing our national anthem with great pride.
बताए रखना,
जहाँ रोशन होगा दिया जलाए रखना,
की है हिफाजत लहू देकर हमने जिसकी,
मन में सदा उस तिरंगे को बसाए रखना,
मन में सदा उस तिरंगे को बसाए रखना.
Today is 15th August and we all have gathered here to celebrate this day and to remind ourselves of our duties and responsibilities and our ancestors' sacrifices.
Therefore, I, Miss Anaya, and my co-host,
Master Zarek,
warmly welcome you all to our today's auspicious gathering on behalf of our entire VKE family. A highly warm welcome to our respectable chief guest, Mr. Roman Ghosh, Honorable President Dr. Ghosh, and the esteemed Principal Shada ma'am. I would like to request Dr. Ghosh and Shada ma'am to kindly felicitate our chief guest. Also like to welcome our very own benevolent coordinators and teachers, diligent non-teaching and support staff, prestigious parents, and my dear devoted fellow students.
Today is not just a date in our calendar marked in red as Independence Day. It is much more in fact. This is the day when the dreams of our valiant patriots and nationalists became fulfilled. Their dream of an independent India.
Just imagine how significant this day must have been for each and every Indian who had made selfless sacrifices for this day. Just imagine being recognized as an Indian for the first time in your life and accomplishing your own identity on a global platform. Just imagine, Zarek, just imagine.
Yes, that's why we all have gathered here to cherish the memories of our glorious past, to trace the bond with our motherland, and to evoke in ourselves the pride of being an Indian, and remind ourselves of our responsibilities that we have towards our nation.
I am filled with excitement and happiness as we begin with our Independence Day celebration.
Presented by the students of PYP4, today's event is filled with patriotism, hope, and a sense of responsibility towards our country, with our dreams for a glorious future.
Certainly yes. Now is the time to watch our PYP4 students perform and evoke our inner patriots with their song Har Ghar Tiranga.
land is a land of multiple languages and dialects. Undoubtedly a soulful performance. Our hearts are filled with patriotism listening to this melodious song.
Now let me introduce you to our very special chief guest, Mr. Roman Ghosh. Mr. Roman Ghosh stands as a distinguished figure in the realm of Indian sports. His legacy marked by a prolific journey spanning decades of dedication and excellence, with an illustrious career that spanned over 15 years on the international stage. Mr. Roman Ghosh's prowess as a badminton player remains an enduring testament to his enduring commitment to the world of sports.
Born on the 15th of August, Mr. Roman Ghosh's journey is as diverse as it is impressive. His personal life remains a testament to his commitment to excellence as he seamlessly balances his enduring passion for sports with his multifaceted roles. On this note,
Dear Sir, we all wish you a very happy birthday. Mr. Roman Ghosh's journey to prominence reached its zenith in 1970 when he achieved the remarkable distinction of being ranked as the #1 badminton player in the men's singles category. This extraordinary feat underscored his remarkable skills, tenacity, and relentless pursuit of excellence. His contributions extended beyond personal accomplishments as he proudly represented India at the Asian Games held in Tehran in 1974, capturing the bronze medal. This medal not only adorned his achievements but also bolstered his nation's pride with international sporting stage.
in recognition of his outstanding contributions to Indian sports, he was bestowed with the prestigious Arjuna Award in 1974, an accolade presented by the Government of India. This coveted award not only acknowledged his individual achievements but also symbolized his significant impact in elevating the stature of badminton in the country. Roman Ghosh Sir's commitment to sports transcended his active playing career as evidenced by his post-retirement engagement. He retired in the year 2000 as the Assistant General Manager, Steel Authority of India Limited. This transition highlights his adaptability and leadership, acumen proving that his influence extends beyond the confines of the sports arena.
At present, Mr. Roman Ghosh serves as the chairperson of the State Badminton Committee in Kolkata, India. His continued involvement in the administrative aspects of the sport attests to his dedication to its growth and development. In this role, he shares his wealth of experience and expertise to guide the direction of badminton in the region, ensuring that his contributions to the sport remain both enduring and transformative.
A visionary with the ability to recognize potential where others may not, Mr. Roman Ghosh's affiliation with Victorious Kids Educares School has been instrumental in shaping the institution's sporting landscape. His exceptional background as a sports star allowed him to discern the untapped potential within the school's premises. Mr. Roman Ghosh is a director of sports at Victorious Kids Educares.
The pinnacle of Mr. Ghosh's vision for sports education at Victorious Kids Educares lies in his aspiration to provide students with a world-class sports facility that rivals those fit for international standard athletes. This audacious dream echoes his unwavering belief in the transformative power of sports and its ability to shape character, instill discipline, and cultivate excellence.
In conclusion, Mr. Roman Ghosh's legacy is an embodiment of perseverance, excellence, and leadership in Indian sports. His multifaceted journey from being a formidable badminton player to assuming pivotal roles in administrative and educational capacities underscores his far-reaching impact. Through his unwavering commitment to fostering sporting talent, he continues to inspire generations and cement his place as a true luminary in the annals of Indian sports history.
Allow me to have the privilege and pleasure to welcome our very special chief guest for today's glorious occasion, who has obliged us with his presence. So I request him to please come on the stage and enlighten us with a few words.
Very good morning to all of you present here on the happy and memorable occasion of India's 77th Independence Day. At the outset, I thank my illustrious brother, Dr. Robin Ghosh, and the great Sharada ma'am, the principal and the vice president of the prestigious Victorious Kids Educares School, to have thought of inviting me all the way from Calcutta to be present on this today's momentous occasion. I'm really excited. It's a real honor, a great feeling for me. I'm not an outsider with VK School. I was with VK from 2008, 9 till 2012, 13. I have lots of good, memorable memories with the VK, all teachers, staff, support staff, and the students. It was a great occasion. I'm lucky and blessed to be born on this particular day, 15th August, by the Almighty. And I thank VKE that during my stay here, as I told, between 9 and 12, 13, all these years, the similar way, in a very, very big way, the 15th August Independence Day being celebrated here. And I have had all those good memories with me. Sorry, am I audible? Okay. Am I audible? All right? Okay. So once again, thanks my great brother, Robin, and Sharada ma'am once again to have invited me. This morning when I first entered the school, I was overwhelmed with the love, warmth, and affection from each one of the support staff, the faculties, and everybody who greeted me while entering until now. This is something very special. I'm reminding my olden days with Victorious Kids Educares. I was with Victorious Kids, I am with VKE, and I pray and I hope that I will remain with VKE. Today is a happy 77th Independence Day of India, a big day, a big moment. Perhaps we should call it the 78th Independence Day, since though in 47 we got the independence, but we started celebrating after 1 year, that is from 78. It's a great day, as you all know, that after lots of struggle, after the World War II, India got its independence, and after World War II, the Britishers had to leave after 200 years of their dominance, of their power in India. I still remember it was 1947, and I am so lucky that I was born in this day. I was 6 years old that day, but I still remember few of the moments. My own family, my parents, our brothers, all relatives, and neighbors, they celebrated in a big way the 1947 15th August. That time I was 6 years old. My brother Robin was that time 2 years old. He also may not be remembering, but I remember a little bit of the celebrations. Even my own house, father ordered for the best of the food, mutton, chicken, sweets, and all that to celebrate. And the whole neighboring places, the whole city, the whole country was celebrating that day. India, maybe now this is the 77th year, all of us have seen India progressing so much in every field. Politically, nation-wise, I think India is one of the first 5 powerful nations in the world today. It has not come like that. With everybody's hard work, India has come to this stage. And I'm sure in the 100th year, maybe in 2047, the young children who are present here, they will all be strong and Helen-hearted that time, they will definitely see that India will be progressing much, much more on that. India's struggle has really was a great fight. We remember Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose, Chandrasekhar, Bhagat Singh, and Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, and many more who had really given their all sacrifices and life for India's freedom, which we all are enjoying today. We also have a lot of responsibility for the country. Each one of us should start from our own home to do little bit, and put together, combined, will definitely make a stronger India. To the children, to the youngsters, to the young teachers, I have very few small words to say that our greatest monk, Swami Vivekananda, has the great saying, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. So every one of us have to really rise up. We have to make our own goal, especially to the children and young teachers, faculty members. One has to set up their own goal. You have to work on that. You have to focus. That focus is very important. We have to focus and achieve whatever goal we fix for ourselves. And there is no reason that we will not be able to attain to that. I give my own example. I was born in a sporting family. My brother was also a state champion that time. I don't know how many of you know that he was a great badminton player, squash player, and a golfer too. And after that, he was a ace fighter pilot of the country, fought 2 wars, Pakistan and China. That's a great pride for the country and the victorious kids community here who are present, that your Robin sir, he himself was a great in his life. In our family, he was always very talented. He had a tremendous zeal and determination. So that's an example in front of us. In our family, we all 5 brothers, we all state champions, and then we played for India, for the country. We are also, I reached the world number 4 ranking in my time, sheer due to hard work only. Thank you very much. My father, he was a real inspiration and mother too, to all of us. He had gone up to the extent saying that I will not mind if you sacrifice in your studies by taking up sports, but no in between, no halfway. If you take up sports, you have to reach to the top. You have to hit the head, nothing in between. And if you do that, you will be one among 130 million people in India. People will know you. So that is something I will not mind if you sacrifice your studies also, but no halfway. So what my address is to the boys, children here, and young faculty staff, that make your goal set, then focus on that, and you have to work very, very hard on that. With hard work, there's nothing impossible. Everything can be possible here. And many people have shown, your own Robin sir has also shown in his life. As soon as Robin's name comes, I will be failing in my duty. From within, I always feel, from 2008, our great Sharada ma'am has come in his life. And thereafter, it was an added strength for my brother, getting her, and VKE and all of us in the Ghosh family, we are extremely happy to get her, and the school has prospered in a big way. To get back to the challenges the students need to take, as I was telling, that you make a focus, make a goal, and you have to work hard on that. You know, India has prospered so much in every field in this world today. Even in sports, where I can contribute and talk little on that, India was the cricket. Everybody knows that India cricket, we are the world champions for 2-3 years. We won the World Cup. In many other sports also, India has done so well in archery and many other sports. India has done that. Wrestling, boxing, India in the games Asian Games medal winner. Fortunately, as you all know, that I was also an Asian Games medalist. My partner was, do you know who was my partner? He was Prakash Padukone. All of you must be knowing Prakash Padukone. He was the world champion. He was the first Indian who became the All England champion and world champion during 1980s. He was my partner in the Asian Games. So I recapitulate all these olden golden days and remember my parents' words that you have to work very, very hard. Absolutely no relaxation on that. And if you really work hard in your life, anything, any dream that you set for you, any goal that you set for you, you can definitely achieve that. I had come to know that few of our children in VKE, they have also excelled in sports, in various sports, archery and some other sports. My brother, he himself was a national class badminton player. I'm sure Sharada ma'am also. There will be no dearth of encouragement from the school side if one of our children who are already doing well in sports come up to the national level. Why national level? In the international level and the world class. Let's give a big hand to the VKE that we really do prosper day by day and years to come. I remember maybe it is in 2008, 8 or 9 from the early VK school that we started in Koregaon Park near there, and from where that was the starting beginning and where we are today, maybe from 2009. It was a dream really come true for all of us, and it is all because of all your hard work, the entire VKE team. So I congratulate every one of you for your effort, for your determination, for your contribution for what VKE is today. On India's Independence Day today, we really all should take an oath that we will keep our moral high. We will really contribute, each one of us, whatever way we can, to say that India really prospers. Way back 30, 40 years before, when we first started going, why 40 years before? It is 1961 was the first I represented the country and had toured all over the world. I still remember in Japan when we were playing, then the Japanese told us, we really wonder how your country, we felt very insulted that day, how your country, Indians, they burned their own property. They burned the buses, they burned the houses, they burned the national property. We just cannot think of. So that is a sort of national feeling we need to have from India also, each one of us. And then there is no doubt that India will really prosper. People who will live till that 100 years, 2047, I'm sure India will be one of the world's topper by that time. And along with that, already Victorious Kids, Educares, our school, has done wonders in the world IB school. They are the world toppers in IB. Give a big hand to those students who have really excelled, and at the same time, behind their success were the teachers, the faculties, support staff, the entire school. And on the top, my brother, supported by his lucky wife, Sharada ma'am, who has been struggling day and night for last so many years. I have been watching. I really wonder how she gets so much of strength. So she's a strength to my brother, and both of them are a real in the school heading, all the faculties and the teaching staff. You are all strength to my brother and Sharada ma'am. I'm sure with your efforts, improving more on that, on your efforts and sacrifices and hard work, sure, Victorious Kids will not be only one of the topper. It will be the topmost in the IB World School. And we wish and pray for that. Thank you very, very much. Thanks once again giving me this opportunity to be here on 15th August, my own birthday, by the love and warmth and affection showed by my brother and Sharada ma'am and by all of you. I had a different feeling altogether when I was even entering today and rather from yesterday, that every one of you had really given your heart out, your love and affection to me, and I am sure I will keep on getting that as long as I am with the VKE. Thank you once again for giving me this wonderful opportunity. I am really inspired, I am really excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. We would surely inculcate those encouraging words into reality in our lives.
29 states, 1,618 languages, 6,400 castes, 6 major religions, 6 ethnic groups, and just one country, India. This shows that despite having diverse cultures, traditions, languages, religions, we stand together as one. This shows our unity in diversity, and we are proud that we are Indians.
To show our gratitude towards our heroes, our friends from PYP4 have put together a beautiful performance showcasing the essence of different states of our motherland.
Wow, then what are we waiting for? Bring it on. I'm really excited to see the graceful dancers of PYP4 depict their love and affection for their motherland, India.
Many young women and men from Assam, like other parts of India, jumped into the nationwide freedom movement against the British. They actively participated in this freedom movement in the interest of the country and created a sense of patriotism. Kushal Konwar was one of the strongest soldiers in the freedom struggle against the British. His uncompromising stance and courage gave a new impetus to the Quit India movement in Assam. Kushal Konwar was a great follower of Mahatma Gandhi, the role of non-violence worshipper. Mahatma Gandhi in his life was immense. Under Gandhi's influence, the course of Konwar's life and philosophy of life completely changed. Like Mahatma Gandhi, Konwar became vegetarian, abandoned violence, and adapted to non-violent policies. Kushal Konwar also studied the Gita daily and chose Gita as his partner. Importantly, he also discarded salt and kept these promises till the end of his life. 37-year-old Kushal Konwar, who wore a white Persian coat, khadi sheet with a green lace, and Gandhi's hat on his head, had a very strong personality. His life ideals, hard work, power were exemplary. Importantly, calm and self-processed, Konwar was not perturbed to hear about the hanging verdict. He considered it a great privilege to be able to sacrifice his life for the sake of the country and the people of India. Thank you.
তেজে বিয়পিছে তোরে জয় গান মোর দেখ মোর প্রাণ ভারত মহান তেজে তেজে বিয়পিছে তোরে জয় গান কোন হিন্দু কোন খ্রিস্টান কোন হয় মুসলমান কোন বঙালী কোন মারাঠি তথাপি আমি সমান লাচিতৰ দেশৰ অসমীয়া মই আইতো কৰিছো প্ৰণাম তেজ সেকুর সেকুর গঢ়িলে বাধাৰ প্ৰাচীৰ গঢ়িলে বাধাৰ প্ৰাচীৰ কত ধুমুহাৰ গতি দুৰ্বাৰ কতবাৰ ধৰিলে ভেটি কতবাৰ ধৰিলে ভেটি বিশ্ব বন্দিত আই তোৰে নাম গৰ্বিত অভিভূত তোৰে সন্তান আই তোক কৰিছো প্ৰণাম প্রাণ ভারত মহান তেজে তেজে বিয়পিছে তোরে জয়গান মোর দেখ মোর প্রাণ ভারত মহান তেজে তেজে বিয়পিছে তোরে জয়গান
1902 से लेकर 1936 में एक दौर चला। इस बहादुर श्रेणी का नाम चहो और हुआ तब अंग्रेज़ों की राज ने छू लिए थे नए शिखर। इस जाबाज वीरांगना का विरोध भी था उतना ही प्रबल। देश के खिलाफ बोलने वालों से जा टकराती थी वो, फिर चाहे परिवार हो या हो गुरुजन, सबसे लड़ भिड़ती थी वो। स्वदेशी अपनाओ, देश बचाओ, हिंसा का जवाब हिंसा से देंगे, ऐसी जोशीली बातें वो किया करती थी। दुश्मनों की ज़मीन पर वो सीना तान कर रहती थी। वहीं से भारत पर राज कर रहे अंग्रेज़ों का सुख और चैन सब छीन लेती थी। घबराए अंग्रेज़ों ने जब उसके भारत आगमन पर रोक लगाई, तब विदेशी ज़मीन से ही वो क्रांति की गर्जना करती रही। अंग्रेज़ों की चालबाज नीतियों से लड़ते लड़ते 13 अगस्त 1936 से वो भारतीय स्वतंत्रता संग्राम के इतिहास के पन्नों में अमर हो गए। आज भारत को आज़ाद 77 साल हो गए। 24 सितंबर 1861 जन्मी इस भारत की बेटी को क्या आप पहचान पाए? जी हाँ, इस बहादुर श्रेणी कोई और नहीं पर मैडम भिखाजी कामा थी। चलिए आज इस महान वीरांगना के बलिदानों को शत शत नमन करें। वंदे मातरम।
शंभो शिव शंकर हर हर ए हालो 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 आज रक्त थी रंगोरण मैदान ए हालो बेरू आज बचावो मातृभूमि निशान ए हालो बेरू आज रक्त थी रंगोरण मैदान ए हालो बेरू आज बचावो मातृभूमि निशान ए हालो बेरू वह जमुना दरिया दरिया बेरू वह जोमना दरिया आज करो केसरिया बेरू आज करो केसरिया वह जोमना दरिया बेरू वह जोमना दरिया आज करो केसरिया बेरू आज करो केसरिया आज करो केसरिया आज करो केसरिया वह जोमना दरिया दरिया भेरू वह जोमना दरिया आज करो केसरिया भेरू आज करो केसरिया
Tilak was an Indian nationalist, teacher, and independence activist. He was one-third of the Lal Bal Pal trio. Tilak was the first leader of the Indian independence movement. The British colonial authorities called him the father of Indian unrest. He was also conferred with the title of Lokmanya, which means accepted by the people as their leader. Mahatma Gandhi called him the maker of modern India. On the first anniversary of the formation of the Home Rule League in 1917 at Nasik, Tilak said, "Freedom is my birthright. So long as it is awakened within me, I am not old. No weapon can cut the spirit, no fire can burn it, no water can wet it, no wind can dry it." We ask for home rule, and we must get it. The science which ends in home rule is the science of politics, and not the one which ends in slavery. The science of politics is the Veda of the country. You have a soul, and I only want to awaken it. I want to tear off the blind that has been let down by ignorant, convened, and selfish people. Thank you.
भूमि जन्मभूमि कर्मभूमि अमुचि महावंदनीय अति प्राणप्रिय हिमाय मराठी अमुचि हिमाय भूमि जन्मभूमि कर्मभूमि अमुचि महावंदनीय अति प्राणप्रिय हिमाय मराठी अमुचि हा अमुचा आहे बाणा ही अमुची आहे बोली अस्मानी झळके भव्य पताका भगव्या हजरी पटक्याची महाराष्ट्र भूमी जन्मभूमी कर्मभूमी अमुची महावंदनीय अति प्राणप्रिय हिमाय मराठी अमुची राकट देशा कणखर देशा दगडाच्या देशा प्रणाम माझा घ्यावा हे श्री महाराष्ट्र देशा भीमा वरदा कृष्ण कोयना भद्रा गोदावरी एकपणाचे भरती पाणी मातीच्या घागरी योग्यांची अन संतांची भक्तांची माळकऱ्यांची ही देव देशन धर्मासाठी प्राण वेचणाऱ्यांची योद्ध्यांची अन वीरांची तलवारीच्या पात्याची देशाचे रक्षण करण्यासाठी जीव खर्चणाऱ्याची ही भूमी सप्तसुरांची रंगांची अष्टकलांची काव्याची शास्त्र विनोदाची ही भूमी साहित्याची महाराष्ट्र भूमी जन्मभूमी कर्मभूमी अमुची महावंदनीय अति प्राणप्रिय हिमाय मराठी अमुची
Lavanya Prabha Ghosh was born on 14th August 1897. Her father was a freedom fighter and a school teacher. However, Lavanya never walked the corridors of her school and was taught by her father at home. Once she was barely 11 years old, she got married off to Atul Chandra Ghosh, who hailed from Purulia and was a prominent figure in India's fight for freedom. In 1921, her father was detained by the Purulia district government.
for its involvement in Mahatma Gandhi's non-cooperation movement. Nonetheless, following his release, Labanya's father and husband created the Shilpashram, an organization functioned as the center for revolutionaries and other members of the Indian National Congress. Labanya Prabha Ghosh herself got very involved with the organization work related to the freedom movement, popularly called Manbhum Janani. By the people of Purulia, she was the first woman to be chosen as a member of the Lok Sevak Sangh in Purulia. In support of Gandhiji's salt satyagraha, Labanya played a major role by organizing similar marches locally. She organized a flag satyagraha, also called Pataka Satyagraha, in 1945. Despite being incarcerated several times by the British authorities, she did not relent. Thank you.
वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां सस्यश्यामलां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् জননী গুলহ তুলে বক্ষে শান্তনু বাস দেহ তুলে চোখে কাঁদিছে তব চরণ তলে ত্রিংশতি কোটি নর নারী গো যারা স্বর্গগত তারা এখনো জানে স্বর্গের চেয়ে প্রিয় জন্মভূমি এসো স্বদেশ ব্রতের মহাদীক্ষালুমি সেই মৃত্যুঞ্জয়দের চরণ চুমি যারা জীর্ণ জাতির বুকে জাগালো আশা মন মলিন মুখে জোগালো ভাষা আজি রক্ত কমলে গাথা আজি রক্ত কমলে গাথা মানল খালি বিজয় লক্ষ্মী দেবতাদেরই কলে মুক্তির মন্দির শোকানো তলে কত প্রাণ হলো বলিদান লেখা আছে অশ্রু জলে আহ্বান শোনো আহ্বান আসি মাঠঘাট পুরো বেরিয়ে দুস্তর পানা প্রস্তর ফের বন্যার মতো বেরিয়ে যুগ সঞ্চিত শক্তি দিয়েছে সারা হিমগিরি সমলকি সূর্যের ইশারা যাত্রা শুরু উচ্ছল ছুটে দুর্বার বেগে তটিনী তালে উত্তম নাচে মুক্ত শতনটিনী যাত্রা শুরু উচ্ছল ছোটে দুর্বার বেগে তটিনী উত্তম তালে উত্তম নাচে মুক্ত শতনটিনী এই শুধু সুপ্ত যে নবপ্রাণে জেগেছে রণসাজে সেজেছে অধিকার অর্জনে এই শুধু সুপ্ত যে নবপ্রাণে জেগেছে রণসাজে সেজেছে অধিকার
Subramania Bhartiyar was a poet, freedom fighter and a social reformer from Tamil Nadu. He was known as Mahakavi Bhartiyar and Mahakavi means a great poet. He is considered as one of India's greatest poets. His songs on nationalism and freedom of India helped to rally the masses to support the Indian independence movement in Tamil Nadu. Subramania Bhartiyar was born on 11th December 1882 and his childhood name was Subhaya. Bharti is considered as a national poet due to his number of poems of the patriotic flavor through which he exhorted the people to join the independence struggle and work vigorously for the liberation of the country. Instead of merely being proud of his country, he also outlined his vision for a free India. Many years of Bharti's life were spent in the field of journalism. Bharati, as a poet, journalist, freedom fighter, and a social reformer, had made a great impact on not only the Tamil society but also on the entire human society. His vision about a glorious India took shape in the post-independence era. Bharati did not live for himself but for the people and nation. That is why he is respectfully called as Bharatiyar. Thank you.
जनन जनन तनन तनन तोम जनन जनन तनन तनन तोम जनन जनन तनन तनन जनन जनन तनन तनन तोम तोम जनन जनन तनन तनन तोम तोम जनन जनन तनन तनन गीत धुनि कुतक धीम नात्र कीट तोम नाच रहे गोरी ताल दे गई तुम तेरे तुम गीत धुनि कुतक धीम नात्र कीट तोम नाच रहे गोरी ताल दे धुनि कुतक धीम नात्र कीट तोम नाच रहे गोरी ताल दे तुम तेरे तुम गीत धुनि कुतक तान गावे तक तल तै तै तान गावे तक तल तै तै तान गावे तक तल तै 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 तक तना धीम तकिड तक धीम धीम तकिड तक धीम धीम तकिड तक धीम हद तो मत गीत धुनि कुतक धीम तदीम तिरना उदनि तानि तानि तदीम तिरना तदीम तिरना उदनि तानि तानि तदीम तिरना तानि तोम तद गदरि तान गर तान धीम गलरि गलरि तद गता तार तद गमं तानि तद गतं तार दीम 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 तकतन अलरि तोम 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 तकतन तनि अलरि गीत धुनि कुतक धीम नात्र कीट तोम नाच रहे गोरी तानि तै तुम तेरे तुम गीत धुनि कुतक धीम नात्र कीट तोम नाच रहे गोरी तानि तै तुम तेरे तुम तानि तै तुम तेरे तुम तानि तै तुम तेरे तुम गीत धुनि कुतक धीम निकुतक धीम निकुतक धीम।
आज मैं भारत पर अपने प्राण न्यौछावर कर देने वाले एक वीर के जीवन से जुड़ी कुछ सुनी अनसुनी बातें बताऊंगी, पर उनका नाम नहीं बताऊंगी। उनके नाम का अंदाज़ा लगाना मैं आप सब पर छोड़ती हूँ। तो बातें कुछ ऐसी है। इनका एक क्रांतिकारी कारनामा काकोरी कांड से जाना जाता है। हुआ कुछ यूँ था कि शाहजहांपुर से लखनऊ के लिए एक रेलगाड़ी चला करती थी। इसमें सरकारी खजाना भी आया जाया करता था। 1 अगस्त 1925 का दिन था। रेलगाड़ी कारकोर के नाम छोटे से स्टेशन पर पहुंची ही थी कि अपने मित्र चंद्रशेखर आज़ाद के साथ इन्होंने सरकारी खजाना लूट लिया। कारकोर कांड के बाद अंग्रेज इनको पकड़ने के लिए बुरी तरह से पीछे लग गए। तब घर के बड़ों ने तय किया कि इनके लिए दूध का बिजनेस खोल दिया जाए, तो ये क्रांतिकारी बनना भूल जाएंगे, पर ऐसा नहीं हुआ। अब मैं जो बताऊंगी इससे साफ साफ अंदाज़ा लग जाएंगी कि मैं किन स्वतंत्रता सेनानी की बात कर रही हूँ। उन्होंने हमें एक नारा दिया और वो है इनकलाब जिंदाबाद। जी हाँ, मैं बात कर रही हूँ भारत का महान क्रांतिकारी सरदार भगत सिंह जी की। वे अमर है और हम भारतीयों के दिलों में हमेशा जीवित रहेंगे। वंदे मातरम।
चुका, मौका मिले तो करूं मैं ये दोबारा। जुनू की आग में उबलती मेरी कोशिशों को चाहिए ना कोई और सहारा।
जग्गा जित्ते ते मिलन बधाइयां, जग्गा जित्ते जग्गा जित्ते ते मिलन बधाइयां, जग्गा जित्ते ते मिलन बधाइयां के आया है फतेह करके सूरमा। सूरमा के माने है जम्मिया एक सूरमा, सूरमा सूरमा सूरमा।
तू तो टोके वो काफी, झुके जरा भी, रुकेगी ना पर इनकलाबी। मन है राजी, डरना क्यों अब अपनी बारी, मार ही लेंगे अब तो बाजी।
जग्गा लिख गया नई कहानी, जग्गा लिख गया। जग्गा जित्ते ते मिलन बधाइयां, जग्गा जित्ते ते मिलन बधाइयां के आया है फतेह करके सूरमा। सूरमा के माने है जम्मिया एक सूरमा, सूरमा सूरमा सूरमा।
This was amazing. What a scintillating performance it was. Now, put your hands together for a power-packed finale.
शुरू कुछ शुरू तो कर, जहाँ भी है तू वहीं से यारा, कोई कहानी शुरू तो कर। रग रग में जोश की बूंदे, बूंदों में जीत ही गूंजे, इस गूंज से गिर जाएगा आसमान भी कदमों में। जोश में चला चला चला, अब रुकेंगे ना हम, डर मिटा चला सर उठा चला, अब झुकेंगे ना हम। मैं लड़ जाना चिंगारी, जिद से जुनू तक है जाना, हर कतरा बोल रहा।
I would like to call upon our very own Honorable President Dr. Ghosh, the sculptor of human character, a seasoned scholar and navigator of this flagship of knowledge, to speak a few words on this special occasion.
Morning, everyone. My very special namaskar to you, the grandparents and the parents, and my very special namaskar to the mothers. Thank you, children. What a wonderful display and so much of heart in it.
My sincere regards to you as the teachers. Teachers who have dedicated your life as a teacher, being guided by your mentors, coordinators, and the head. And you as the teacher who is the parent, Pitri Devo Bhavo, Matri Devo Bhavo. Today, India is Bharat, that you know. Do we know what exactly does Bharat mean? If you reflect, Bha is Brahma Jyoti, and Rata is those who are immersed in that Brahma Jyoti. Where is the Brahma Jyoti in you and me? You know, during the 1947, as the India was getting independence, one of our great philosophers, he commented that yes, Britishers are leaving, but just like the garlic, if it is kept in a bottle or in a bowl, it's very difficult to take away the garlic smell. Just like that, you will see that the Britishers' influence, the foreign invasion's influence will be there with you. Just think. Did you ever reflect why did all these foreigners, Alexander the Great, came to India? Why? 326 BC, before even Christ. Why did they come to India? And then came Temurlong, Genghis Khan, Babur, Akbar, Humayun, Aurangzeb, everybody raided India. And then came the Portuguese, the Zoroastrians, the French, the British. Why India? You know, 16th century Britishers and French came. And there was a struggle for the power, who is going to rule that between the French and the British. And I'll give you a tiny bit of touch upon this, that we came from a little city where we grew up. Our major part is called Chandan Nagar, which is the same name as this, almost the same name. Chandan Nagar was occupied by French, and it was an isolated territory where the Britishers were not allowed. And the freedom fighters, they used to come down and hide in Chandan Nagar because Britishers couldn't come there. We grew up there. And the relevance of this mentioning is that our father and the mother who developed us, I keep looking at them and your father and the mother, what great sacrifices they have made for you and I to be here today, for you and I to have an independent India today. You know, I remember 4:30 in the morning, Father would take all of us out for 3 hours of practice every day. You heard my brother saying there were no relentless. 6 days a week, we had to practice. Sunday was a holiday. And what they would do, father and mother, on Sundays they would bring great characters, great sports people, athletes and singers and actors, and bring them over home, and mom continues to cook for them. And they would have lunch, they will have evening tea, they will have dinner, and then they will go over. Chandanagar is about 60-odd kilometers from Kolkata today. What is the reason for this mentioning? I'm trying to say that what you think is you become. What you think is what you become. And what you imagine is what you create. You know, this independence that we have today is because our great spiritual leaders and guided by the other, driven by sacrificing political leaders and the freedom fighters and our mothers at that time and the wives, they sacrificed so much. They imagined, they saw a Swaraj, Swatantara India. Nobody could believe it, that it was possible. And just think, today, please reflect upon it. What I'm sharing with you, I've been guided to share with you this. I don't get guided from anything else but reading the mind of my own through meditation and through great creation of the books and through listening to the great speakers. And which I'm talking about, do you know, just a few months ago, in Harvard, there was apparently a kind of a big group of students. They were criticizing India. And you know who they were? They were Indians. And this was witnessed by Swami Sarvapriyananda. He is one of the great scholars, considered to be the Vivekananda of the current time. His guru is Vivekananda. He went and asked them, tell me one thing, there are so many country students are here in this Harvard. In Harvard University, have you ever seen till today another country's students have come down and started criticizing their own country? It reminds me, once one of our Indian who had gone down to Japan. He had heard a lot about Japan, particularly this is little about 150 years ago or so. Little less than 150. It actually happened. And he went around Japan because he was told that Japan is a great country, you should go and learn from it. And as he was about to leave, he mentioned he was traveling by one of the bullet train those days, and he said, I haven't seen any apple over here. Don't people eat apples in Japan? You know what? One of the Japanese young students happened to hear it. So in the next station, when this gentleman got down, he also got down with him. And he said, kindly give me a minute. He goes outside and brings a bag full of apple. And he said, gives it to this young Indian. And he said, you have to search to find, but you can find anything in my country. It is there. My request is, never ever think that in Japan you can't find something. This is Swaraj, this is Swatantra, this is the pride. You and I, have you noticed, we are always criticizing our politicians, our police guys, our country's leaders, and we're criticizing everybody. We are champion in criticizing our husbands, our wives, our children, our friends, our colleagues. You know why we criticize today? In the Independence Day, what the message? You know why? Because you and I don't like ourselves very much, which is called Shraddha. And because we don't like ourselves, we start to find fault in people. That's only one reason. Is you have to have self-respect. So what you imagine is what you create. You have to imagine with a great vision, educating our own self, starting from home to everywhere, and schools and colleges and university in the country. Stop criticizing. Wherever you find a fault, correct it yourself. I'm so beautifully happy that your children, just behind this school, there was a very bad dump yard that a lot of, the society and everybody, you must have seen it in India, everywhere you go around, everybody will come and put dumps their plastics and papers and dustbins, and it's like a dustbin. Your children, guided by your teachers, and you as the mother and the father, they came down and asked me one day, "Sir, could we work out there for about 5-6 days?" I said, "Okay, what do you plan to do?" They said, "Sir, we just want to clean it up." I said, "Sure, go ahead." They went down and not only cleared up, they went and contacted the municipal corporation, the local, the leaders. They went to the garden, which is in Jangli Maharaj Road. They went and talked to the head. They got manure, soil, and they came and got it dumped, truckloads of soil. And you know what they did? They made a beautiful garden. Whatever you see, wherever you see, have you ever realized why is it that, let's say, I'll end up with a bad husband? Why do I have a bad husband? Because I'm the only one who can correct that husband and make him a wonderful person. Or my wife, or my children. My request to each one of you is, see perfection, not seek perfection. We are searching for perfection. Hey, perfection is within you. All you have to do is arise and awake, what my brother talked to you about. My very special pranam and welcome to my third brother. He is the Arjuna in the family. We have 5 brothers. He is the Arjuna. Thank you for coming, brother, and blessing us, all of us today. It's a very special day. And thank you for each one of you to taking out your time to create this beautiful children in this world. Nothing happens in this universe just like that. It is very specially created. Imagine, my friend left this book over here. You know what is this book? I don't know if you can read it. It is 2047 India. 1947, 2047. 100 years. Can you imagine what India will be? Today, with our 76th Independent Day, where is India? Shooting ahead. As Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is talking today, as Wikipedia is talking today, the great financial executives are talking today, India is already, some are saying, third in the GDP and the best, the economic power. Some are saying fifth. It is third, fourth, fifth, somewhere between there. There is no doubt by the world specialists that by 2024 and 28, India is going to go past China and America and would be number 1. And Swami Vivekananda, he's written down Lectures from Colombo to Almora, page number 3 and 4. Read it. That India will not only be number 1, will never slide back again. And that can only happen when all of us, everyone, every one of us, whatever we see is not okay, make it okay. This is in Japan called Saizen. Every day, tiny bit of corrections. All of us. Start with our own self. We are today racing. What are the influence of the Britishers or the Americans or the Western power today? Is what? Racing for material. More and more. You know something? It reminds me of a very famous statement of Swami Vivekananda. 1893, 11th of September. 11th of September in New York and everywhere else is a cursed day. 11th of September for the world and for all of us is a blessed day. 1893, he went back. I don't know if you know that India was not known to the world. It was discovered 1605 by Christopher Columbus. But it was discovered, nobody played insignificant. I remember, you will be amazed to hear, 1981, I happened to be in US, and I happened to be talking to one Indian who was a great engineer. He was living there for about 32, 33 years at that time. You know, he was telling me in the evening time, he was sipping a little wine, and he was saying, I know you all sleep. Can you imagine? 1981, you all sleep in bed of nails, isn't it? And when you come out, it's very scary. There are wild tigers and elephants around, maybe pounce upon you. Imagine 1981. It reminds me of Sudha Murthy, very famous writer, Krishnamurthy's wife. She said when she went to America, and everybody thought, what is this funny dress sari she is wearing? And they did a lot of search for her. She says, now when I go to America, same, those customs and immigration says, Namaste, Indian. Be proud Indian. Say, 1605, India was discovered. Britishers came to India, French also. French and Britishers were struggling with each other, who's going to take on the power. Algete Duperron is a French gentleman, very young. He was in his early 20s, 24 or so. He was specializing in Indology. He came down to India to find one book, and which is called Alda Zegda. It is the base of all the religions, starting from Persian religion and things like that. Zoroastrian religion, and base of the religion from there, they say the Christianity and everything else took birth. He wanted to take that book and go back and do research on it. He was doing Indology. And India was where they knew Zoroastrians are prevailing a lot, so he came down to India. You know what? While searching around, he suddenly came across something which was called Upanikhat. Upanikhat was, you all know about Aurangzeb, you know about Dara Shikoh, who was his elder brother. Dara Shikoh was very fond of ancient, rich philosophy of India, which is called Vedas and Upanishads. And the end of all Upanishads is called the Vedanta, mostly, not always. Upanishad. So Dara Shikoh asked Banaras, some of the Pandits, along with his own Persian specialists, to translate that and named it Upanikhat. Alberto Duperron took that Upanikhat to Germany. And you know what? It landed up in Emerson's hand. Emerson read that and said, Upanikhat is the blessing of my life. In every day night when I go to sleep, I need to read it. And it will be the blessing of my life when I die. And have you realized, you and I, sir, ma'am, we know so little about our own rich heritage. And today, Harvard is doing research called HDS, Harvard Divinity School. This is what I'm talking about, being Swatantara and Swaraj. Be proud of yourself, of your children, of your own wealth within you. Tremendous wealth. You know why India, 1933, there were books written on India and bondage. Vivekananda, 1893, went to US for two purposes. I don't know if you all ever reflected upon it. First was to spread this message of Indian philosophy of Vedanta and Upanishad to the world. Today, there are more than 6,000 centers only in America, around the world also. Almost every corner. And if you look carefully, he is called by Philip Goldberg, who is another American, written the book called American Veda. What I'm trying to get to you, dear parent, my student, my teachers, that everybody in the world is crazy about Indian philosophy, and you and I, most of us, have that garlic smell. We want to be American and English and every other thing. What are we saying in Victoria's Kids? Respect all religion, respect all country, respect all procedures, pick up the best of everything, and become a great warrior. Lions and tigers, or warrioress. You know, I was just talking in the morning to our teachers. There's a word called hero. To us, hero meaning Bombay or Hollywood film hero. No. You are the hero. You may be a girl or a woman by gender, or man or a boy. You are the hero. Hold on to that power from within. Discover, uncover. What is this discover and uncover? You know, a very famous Vedantic tale. I'll just give you 2-3 small story, short ones, for you to understand the message of this independence. Independence is not from just foreign invasion. Independence is from you within your own self. Negativity, desires, cravings, looking down at people, telling lies. Hey, our country is the one which says Mundakya Upanishad. We all know national flag. Today everybody's saying it. How many of us recollect the national emblem called Ashok Chakra? What is written on it? You know, when I talk to your parents, often I ask you, what's written on it? You will be amazed to hear 95-96% of the parents don't remember. Why? Because you and I were taught like that in our school days. British method, mug it up. And Indian method were taken away by the Britishers' method of the education. It's written, Satyameva Jayate. Truth alone will make you win, from Mundakya Upanishad. And you and I, how many adults do you know today are children who don't tell lies? Hey, you know something? 75 to 78% of our children, our teachers, they don't tell lies. Who does? Those children who come recently, or the newcomers to the school. They don't. What happens when you tell truth? It's written in Indian philosophy, Vedanta, Upanishad. What? If you live 12 years without telling a lie, whatever you speak, Supreme, God, Divine Mother, Consciousness, Allah, Christ, Krishna, whatever name you would like to call it by, will come and make it happen for you. How? Then why isn't everybody doing it? Because we are ignorant. Because we have forgotten. So Swaraj, Swatantara, independence is from the ignorance from you. A little story. A washerman is to wash his clothes every day, take it from the, those days, washermen used to go to the river and wash them. Some of you must have seen it among the parents. I've seen them. And they would put it in a donkey, go down to the river, wash it, and he used to scrub it with a stone. And one day he said, I like this stone, quite a big stone. I like it. Let me ask my vegetable vendor guy, what does he think? Vegetable vendor guy is wiser than me. I'm just a washerman. Vegetable vendor guy says, hey, it's a nice stone. I'll give you 10 kgs, 10 seers those days, of brinjal. Take it, give me the stone. Luckily, the washerman didn't give. The washerman felt like going down to his clothes shop owner. He liked it more. He said, I'll give you 6 months of your clothes for your full family. Give it to me. He didn't. And as the story goes, to cut it short, he goes to the goldsmith, and goldsmith says, I can see it's very good. You go to the diamond guy, and the diamond guy says, oh my God, you got the largest diamond in the world. And he got crores of rupees. What does that mean? The story meant the washerman always had the diamond, but he never used it. He didn't know. You and I have the diamond. All you have to do, be still, be silent, close your eyes, get connected with your own self, Everybody's doing it. Yes, they are doing it. Then why aren't they doing it? Whatever they want, not happening. You know why? We want the paradigm shift. We want India to be like every other country, but we're not helping. With what? Ethical manifestation, which is what I'm talking about. Stop criticizing. Stop finding fault. Very famous statement by Holy Mother, Vivekananda's Guru Mother, the holy consort of Paramahamsa Ramakrishna. She used to say in Bengali, Onnir dosh dekhbe. Don't look at fault of others. You may see fault of yours and change yourself. This, very simple, powerful, that diamond is within all of you and especially your children. Imagine, remember, what you think you become, what you imagine is what you create. Create in your children, in your own self, in your own husband, wife, including parents. You can transform them. You know what is happening? Why aren't we doing it? We are doing it. Some of them are beautifully growing up. That's how the world toppers are coming. They're coming from where? From you. And where are these great teachers coming from? Where? From you. Only thing, you have done that paradigm shift along with ethical manifestation. What do we have to do? You know, a donkey was taken by the washerman. Another story, not the same one. Vedantic tale. For you and I to remember it easily, this is why Vedanta rishis used to give this story. You know, the washerman goes, he unloads all the clothes, he's going for a wash, and suddenly he realizes, oh my God, I forgot the rope to tie the donkey. And if you don't tie the donkey, donkey will wander off. After I finish washing, now how am I going to go back? So he said, now I can't leave the donkey. What do I do? He's sitting with his hand on his head. Suddenly a wise man comes and says, what happened? Why are you looking so sad? He said, sir, I've forgotten to bring the rope. Can you give me a little rope? I want to tie him up. I'll return it to you. Washerman said, you want to tie the donkey? He said, yes. He said, you don't need a rope. Please, follow me. Pay attention. Powerful story. I don't need to tie the rope. He'll go away. He said, you don't need to. All you do, take your hand, make sure donkey sees you. Put it around his neck, put it around the tree, and then leave him. He said, but donkey will go away. He said, try it. The washerman, simple guy, he tries it and he goes away. He's washing and he's looking back at the donkey and he said, donkey is standing still. He's peaceful now, happy. He's finished the work and now he finishes, his clothes are all dried up, he loads it up donkey and now he wants to come back. And he's saying, chal hut. Donkey is not moving. He gives a whack, chal hut. Donkey is not moving. Now he said, now what has happened? He's pushing the donkey. Donkey is saying, hey, but not moving. Hee-haw is going on, but not moving. Now he said, now what do I do? How do I go back? So he goes running to the gentleman. He had entered that house. He said, sir, no, donkey is not moving. So the wise man said, you had tied him up. Did you untie him? He said, untie him? I have not tied him up with a rope. He said, yes, but the donkey doesn't know that. Donkey thinks you have tied him. Go and untie him. So he goes in front of the donkey and shows again untying him. And he said, chal hut. Donkey starts walking. Hey, you and I have got tied up like that. Our darkness, our ignorance. Education is the manifestation of the perfection which is in you and me. That is true teaching and learning. Discover the giant from within you and me. It has been spoken close to 150 years ago. Our schools are great. Every school in the country, every school in the world. But they're forgetting this very essence. I'm glad that in our school we have been blessed with the great teachers, coordinators, and the heads of the program. My salute to dear Sharda ma'am for his continuous untiring effort despite so much of her being, I know how much she is. She ignores. Where does she get the strength from? This strength is within her. This strength is all around us. All you have to do is just plug it in. You see all these lights, this microphone, everything is the screen. Everything is lit up, it's doing its job. But have you ever thought, how are they powered? You will say electricity. Yes, one electricity is powering this, the screen, the light, your mobile, your computer, everything. You cannot see it. You see the implement through which it comes. Just like that. You can see me and hear me. What is this secret power, secret power? How do you see me and hear me? You say, why? With my eyes, with my ears. Vedanta is saying not correct. You say, what do you mean, not correct? Of course it is correct. I, without my eyes, can't see you. So Vedanta says, all right, your eyes and ears are working perfectly. And now, supposing you're sitting there and unconscious, you're unconscious. Can you see me and hear me? If you're in coma, lying in the hospital, whole world vanishes for you. If you are deep sleep, you can't see me. Supposing I put you to sleep with my boring talk. You can't see me. Absent-minded in the class. Remember, you and I used to become absent-minded, and when the teacher left, we used to say, what did she say? No? It used to happen to us. This is what? This is called consciousness. You have to be conscious. That's the power. You know, as per Taittiriya Upanishad, this consciousness is the power. All you have to do is align your mind, your brain, your intellect, and memory and ego. Mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankar, to the consciousness. Just align it. You are doing it unconsciously all the time. Whatever you do, learn, eat, have fun, enjoyment, whatever you do, you're using your consciousness, but ignorantly. So what do you have to do? Let go this darkness is the independence. To finish it, I will give you one tiny bit. You know, one farmer, young farmer, no wife, no children, no parent, and when he would leave his hut and go down for farming, one monkey used to come down and would come down and take away his bananas, fruits and vegetables and go and eat it. The farmer tried his best. He couldn't catch him. So he goes to a wise man. The wise man says, you get a big jar, glass jar, but have a thin neck, and put your fruits and vegetables inside that. He said, how do I tie it with what? If I tie it with a cloth, monkey can tear it off. He said, no, don't tie it. Keep it open. He said, what are you saying, sir? If I keep it open, monkey will take it and go away. He said, try it. So the farmer, he said, make sure that the jar is tied to the ground, either with a gum or a glue or something. He can't move the jar, and buy a heavy jar. So he took a big, heavy jar with a thin neck. He goes and puts all the thing. And he goes farming. Monkey comes and puts his hand inside the jar. He holds the banana. Just think, hold the banana, and when he's trying to take his hand off, he can't take it off. Why? Because instead of hand like that, he's made a fist and he's holding the banana. If he lets go the banana, he can come out and he can run away. But he's not letting go. He's trying his best to take out banana and his hand both together. Not happening. Farmer comes. And he's so happy he's caught the monkey and he's beating the hell out of the monkey. Monkey is screaming away. Monkey is not letting go the banana. You and I are holding our bananas. Would you like to let go? Namaskar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for motivating all of us. It will truly help us to aspire for high achievements. As true citizens of India, it's our moral responsibility to lead our country on the path to progress and prosperity.
Do you like surprises, Zarik?
Definitely. I just love surprises. I also know what you're hinting at. I think we should wait and watch what follows next.
So coming up next, last but not the least, is Malakham. Malakham is the traditional sport originating from the Indian subcontinent in which a gymnast performs aerial yoga or gymnastic postures with a vertical stationary or a wooden pole.
जटाटवी गलज्जल प्रवाह पावितस्थले कलेवलम्ब्य लम्बितां भुजङ्गतुङ्गमालिकान्तमड्डमड्डमड्डमन्निनादवड्डमर्वयं चकार चण्डताण्डवं तनोतु नः शिव शिवम् जटाकटाह सम्भ्रम भ्रम निलिम्ब निर्झरी विलोल वीचि वल्लरी विराजमान मूर्धनि धगद् धगद् धगज्ज्वलल्ललाट पट्ट पावके किशोर चन्द्रशेखरे रति प्रतिक्षणम् मम धराधरेन्द्र नन्दिनी विलास बन्धु बन्धुरस्फुरद्दिगन्त सन्तति प्रमोदमान मानसे कृपा कटाक्ष धोरणी निरुद्ध दुर्धरापदि क्वचिद् दिगम्बरे मनो विनोद मेतु वस्तुनि जटाभुजंग पिंगल स्फुरत् फणामणि प्रभा कदम्ब कुङ्कुमद्रव प्रलिप्त दिग्वधूमुखे मदान्ध सिन्धुर स्फुरत् त्वगुत्तरीय मेदुरे मनो विनोदमद्भुतं बिभर्तु भूत भर्तरि ॐ नमः शिवाय सदा शिवं भजाम्यहं सदा शिवं भजाम्यहम् ॐ नमः शिवाय सहस्रलोचन प्रभृत्य शेषलेख शेखर प्रसून धूलि धोरणी विधूसराघ्रि पीठभूभुजंग राजमालया निबद्ध जाट जूटक श्रियै चिराय जायतां चकोर बन्धु शेखरः
proud of our PE team and support staff. You all did a fantastic act.
Now, I would like to extend the vote of thanks towards Dr. Ghosh, Shada ma'am, respected chief guests, all dignitaries, parents, teachers and coordinators, ICT team, PE team, music team, dance team and arts team of PYP and all the support staff to help us make this celebration a great success. I am sure without each one of your help and presence, this would not have been possible. Our sincere thanks to all.
May I request everyone to stand up to pay respect and tribute towards our motherland by listening from the heart to the national song Vande Mataram.